Well, hello everyone. Welcome in the kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Glad you stopped by. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you've already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. Today I want to make a fudgy brownie pie. I've just been thinking about brownies and I thought, no, I want to just make a pan of brownies. And so I start looking at recipes and find this, and I'm thinking, that sounds so yummy. So we're going to make this brownie pie. All right, first we're going to make a pie crust. Or you can buy frozen pie crust, or you can buy refrigerated pie crust, or whatever you want to do. But I'm going to make a pie crust because they're easy, and I don't have another pie crust. And in my food processor, can y'all see in here? I think you can see in there. In this food processor, I have 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. This is not self-rising. This is all-purpose. And I have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add, what does it say? Butter, 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 butter. A 1/2 cup, which is a whole stick of butter. And I'm going to cut this up in little bitty pieces. And I'm going to drop them in through the top right here. I'm going to close that down. I'll drop them in right here as I slice them. Turn this on low and just start dropping this butter in there. Don't want it to go too fast because you really don't want your butter to melt. You want it just to be real crumbly because this is a butter pie crust. I'm trying to do things a little quicker for you all because y'all don't like to watch me all the time. I guess I bore you after you figure out how to do whatever it is I'm trying to show you. All right, and then we need to add 2 to 4 tablespoons of ice water. And I've got my ice water right here in this metal cup. So it is very, very cold. And we are going to start adding 1 tablespoon at a time, just like this. There's 1, there's 2. We're going to watch this dough come together. So I'm going to add 1 more. There's 3. And I think we need a 4th one. There's 4 tablespoons of ice water. And all your ice water can vary depending on the weather outside. But look, there it's coming together as a dough. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to cut it off right there. I'm going to get out this mat right here. I'm going to bring y'all over here now. So we're going to come over here to this side. Alright, maybe y'all can see what I got going on here. Alright, there we go. You grab this rolling pin. And our ball of dough. Wad of dough, lump of dough. I got my pans in there getting hot when I don't want them. I do. I have to get those babies out when I preheated our oven. Okay, got just a little bit of flour right there. Put this over in the sink to be washed. Okay, I was going to pick this off right like this. Y'all, if you don't make a pie crust in your food processor, you're missing out because it takes all that hard work of cutting all that butter in and stuff. And if you're going to cook and not just pretend to cook, buy you some good equipment. All right. I'm going to knead this up here good. So it's all in one good little ball right there. Some people say stick it in the refrigerator and let it set a while. I'm just going to roll it out here and put it in a pie pan. Okay? I'll keep rolling it till I get it in a good ball. Because I'll just tell you, a hard butter dough, refrigerated cold butter dough is hard to roll out. very much so. So here we go. I'm just going to start rolling it from the center and the center. Turn it and go center to center, just like this. You just turn it a little bit, and that's how you get it round. And I may run out for my thing here. Probably will. That's okay. And you can do it like this. You just want to make it round. You start with it round. You ought to be able to kind of keep it round. Flip it over. You can always do it like this. Go around. Let me move that out of the way. And that usually kind of circles it up there. My counters were just wiped off, so don't freak out and go, oh Lord, she's getting it on the counter. Plus, this is my kitchen and my rules, y'all. All right, let's see if our pie crust. This one we are going to blind bake. I don't know why they call it that. Mom always said a pre-baked crust. So we're going to pre-bake this crust. And then we're going to bake it again once we get our filling in it. Let me grab our pie pan. This is the one I always use. This is a Pampered Chef. I've had this thing for 25 years or more. And I love it because it's stoneware. Now then, I'm going to take this crust right like this. See if I put it on that mat? Flip it right over there. Just like so. Just flipped it out. You do not want to stretch your pie crust because it will shrink on you. I promise you. Just want to work it back in those corners. And then you want to make sure it comes good over the edges. Okay? Make sure it's good and around your pie pan because you do not want it to shrink up and fall in. Had that happen. If y'all watched me make a pie a while back, I had that happen. I absolutely did. I'm going to pull a little bit of that off right there. Y'all, I'm just going to leave it right like that. I'm not even going to pretend to try to make this look pretty because you know what? We're just going to eat it. And I think it'll hold better if I don't, okay? That's all the pie dough I had left, just a tiny little bit. If I'd have rolled it a little bit thicker, we probably wouldn't have had any left, but that's okay. That's not enough to even fool with. Okie doke. Now then. I've heard people say don't prick your pie crust with a fork. My mama always did. My Aunt Lizzie always did. I don't have pie weights. I don't even have any dried beans right now, which you can use either one. Cover it with parchment paper. Pour those in there, and it'll hold this pie crust down. But you can also just do this. Y'all, I did not make this a sweet pie crust because this pie will have plenty of sweetness in it. This used to be my favorite part. So, Mama, let me prick the pie crust. I always love to do that. All right, I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, you all, while our crust is baking, we're going to make our filling. Got me a bowl and a whisk. Let me get me a spatula. All right, let's see. It says to make the brownie batter. Got my melted butter. I'm going to pour it right here in this bowl. All right, there that is. That can go in the dishwasher. All righty. And we need our oil, and I'm going to use coconut oil. It says coconut or unflavored oil, and I happen to have coconut oil. And I need oil. Let me see here. 2 tablespoons. Where's my tablespoon? I thought I had it right here. It's right here. Right here it is. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. There's 1. And there's 2. All right. And I think we add in and oil and whisk with the sugar, which is 1 cup of sugar. I had a cup. Here's my cup. All right, there's part of our pie crust. Let me grab it out here. Okay. I'm going to let it bake just a few more minutes because I don't believe it's quite ready. Okay, let's get us a cup of sugar. All right, now we're going to whisk this together. Whisk, whisk, whisk. All right, we got that whisked together. Now then, let it sit for 3 to 5. No, that's the crust. All right, let me get back down here. Whisk in 2 whole eggs. Let me grab something to break these into, because I don't want to get a shell in our brownies. That in the trash. There's 1. The big piece of shell, wasn't it? There's 2. All right, now then, 2 whole eggs, 1 egg yolk. That's going to make it rich, y'all. We'll do it, won't we? We'll do whatever it says to do. All right, there's our 2 eggs and our egg yolk. And vanilla extract. Here's our vanilla. Let's see how much vanilla. 2 teaspoons. I'm going to go with a 1/2 tablespoon because that's about 2 teaspoons. All righty. You know, vanilla is one of those things you can kind of go with. Doesn't that look ooey and gooey? Now then, we are going to add the cocoa powder, the flour, and the salt. Our cocoa powder is a 1/2 cup. No, it's 3/4 of a cup. Excuse me. I don't want to get flour in that. So let's do this way. 3/4 of a cup. This is a 1/4. So we're going to do this 3 times. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. 3/4 a cup of cocoa powder. And I've made a mess on our recipe. I've not put it in a sleeve yet. All right, let's see now what we're doing. The flour and the salt. The flour is a 1/2 cup. All right, all-purpose flour. Here we go. It's right here behind, right underneath you. Y'all probably can't see it. But I'm just scooping out a 1/2 cup of flour. And salt. How much salt do y'all think we need? 1/4 teaspoon. There it is. There we go. 1/4 teaspoon. We're going to mix this in there. That cocoa powder really needs to. I'm making a chocolate cloud, you all. Can you imagine what would happen if I put it in the mixer? Till it all gets incorporated. It's getting there though. Now, see how fudgy that looks? Doesn't that look delicious? Yum. Yum, 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 yum. All right, now then it says to add 3/4 cup of chopped walnuts. And I had a little more that I chopped, so we're using them all. And we are going to add 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. And I'm using semi-sweet. There we go. And y'all, I'm going to use this. I'm not going to use the whisk for this, because they're all going to get stuck in there. So I'm going to use this spatula. Okay. See, it makes a mess when you use a whisk with stuff like that. It just makes a big old mess, don't it? It do, it do. All right, I'll lay that over here so it can get washed. We're just going to fold these in here right like this. And I'm telling y'all, this is stiff. But I can imagine how gooey that's going to be when it comes out of the oven and sits. And then you put it all up. Vanilla ice cream on that, and maybe some of our homemade caramel sauce we made the other day. If y'all didn't watch that video, I'll put it here, there, somewhere else at the end of this one. For the apples, blooming apples and caramel sauce. I'm going to probably put some of that caramel sauce on these, because I just think it would just elevate it. Just chocolate and caramel. Oh, yum. All right, now then. Here we go. Batter will continue to thicken the longer it sets. So immediately spoon or spread evenly into the crust. All right. I'm going to pull this out of the oven. All right. There's our crust. I'm going to bring y'all over here so you can see. Can y'all see the crust right here? All right. So let's put this into our crust. We want to get every little drop, don't we? Every drop. Alrighty. Yummy. Y'all could put Cool Whip on top of this. Or not Cool Whip, but whipped cream. Y'all know I'm not a fan of Cool Whip. Unless it's going in like the cookies or something that specifically calls for Cool Whip or whipped topping. Alright, now then, we are going to put this back in the oven and bake it for, let me look here, We bake it for 40 to 45 minutes. Turn the oven off. Better turn it back on. 375 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. There we go. I'll be back when it's done. I'm going to clean up this kitchen. It's a mess. Clean up this big mess. I have to scrunch down. Okay, y'all want a piece of pie? Look at our pie. Doesn't that look yummy? It does to me. I'm going to cut the mister a piece of pie here. Put him some ice cream on it. I'm not going to cut them real big because I feel like it's going to be rich. Look at those pieces of crust falling off. Let me grab us out a bowl since we're going to have ice cream. Look at that. Yum. My nose is itching. All right, there we go. We've got some ice cream here. Good old vanilla ice cream. Y'all, this pie's room temperature. I guess you could serve it warm if you wanted to. Have a warm piece of pie. Like a warm brownie. Having a hard time getting ice cream open. There, finally. Goodness me. Get us out a scoop of ice cream here. That right on top. Yum. Doesn't this look pretty? Our scoop of ice cream all pretty here. Scoop of ice cream just like that. And I'm going to put a little caramel sauce on one and leave it off of the other one. I don't want it to be a glob. I don't want a whole lot, just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Look at this beautiful piece of pie. Yum, yum, yum. All right, y'all, that's going to be all for this one. Y'all remember to like. That's the thumbs up. That just gets those videos, the algorithm from YouTube picking them up more often. Share these videos with all your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. Comment. I read every comment and I respond to every comment. And ring the bell for notifications, but only ring it once, because if you do it twice, same with subscribing. If you do it every video, you're subscribed, you're not subscribed, you're subscribed, you're not subscribed. I have people that are doing that, so you don't want to do that. And that'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.